It's a gluten-free mac and cheese with corn and zucchini. We start by melting for a pound of pasta, 1 brick of cream cheese in our skillet, already thick and delicious. And I add about 3/4 to a cup of milk to that. So now we have a thickened milk base as if we had used roux, and we didn't. I'm gonna add a little bit of vegetable stock to it, just to give it a depth of flavor that really brings out the veggies we're gonna mix this with. And then we're going to melt in 2 cups or 1 12-ounce bag of shredded pepper jack, Monterey Jack, or sharp cheddar, or any combo thereof. When I make this at home, I actually like the pepper jack myself because I like things extra spicy. Now we're gonna make a little spice blend for this. I used about 2 teaspoons of chili powder, 2 teaspoons of smoked sweet paprika. This makes it smoky and earthy. Then 1 teaspoon each, or about 1/3 of a palmful each, of granulated garlic and granulated onion. They like to hang out together, they're friends. And a little ground cumin. So we mix all that together, and we sprinkle in about half of that to our sauce base. And we reserve the rest for garnish. Whiskity, whiskity. And then we just need to stir in the cheese, which I can do over the break. So 2 cups of cheese are gonna go melt into that. We're going to drop gluten-free. This is corn pasta. This is penne rigate, penne with lines. 1 pound of corn-based pasta. You're gonna undercook this by about 2 minutes because we're gonna put it in the oven and finish it in the oven just to brown the cheese. It's not gonna sit in the oven for an hour, so you're gonna wanna cook it more than halfway. 1 to 2 minutes shy of package directions. We always liberally salt our pasta water when we're cooking the pasta. This time of year, the corn is still in our markets, in our farmers markets, and it looks great. To get the corn off the cob, I just threw this on the grill, little cooking spray, throw it on the grill, or your grill pan. I put a small bowl upside down inside a larger bowl, so when you scrape the corn, the larger bowl collects the kernels and they don't go falling all over your counter. So we got a couple of good-looking 3 big ears of corn on the cob that we're cutting off. We're going to pair this with zucchini and yellow squash, because it's also that time of year, right? The zucchini I have diced over here. We're going to saute with some garlic, some diced zucchini, some diced yellow squash. To seed or not to seed is your business with your chilies. Our corn pasta, get a nice facial while we're doing this. Opening up the pores, lovely. Give it a little shimmy shake. Back into the hot pot. Then we're gonna add our zucchini, yellow squash, corn, and garlic mixture. I cooked this in a little butter and olive oil combined. Yes. Yes! And our gluten-free macaroni and cheese sauce. Woo-hoo-hoo! Heck yeah! Maybe gluten-free, but there might be a touch of drool in there. Now we're gonna put it back into our big old bacon dish. And we're gonna brown the cheese on top, and we're gonna give it another cheesy friend, a little cotija cheese crumbles with our spice blend, our leftover spice blend that we made. So we're doubling down on the cheeses and the texture. We're going to finish now with just a little squish of lime to give it brightness. We have jalapenos, yellow squash, zucchini, corn, great seasonal flavors. And then I kind of top it like nachos. I put some pickled jalapenos, mild or hot, all over the top. Yeah, I know. And then a little bit of cilantro or chopped flat leaf parsley if you don't groove on cilantro, and some green onion. Mmm. Right? How good does he look? It's a party.